Before we start, it's important to be aware of basic safety precautions when working with electrical equipment. Always ensure that the power is off before you begin and use a multimeter with a suitable voltage and current reading for the device you're testing. First, let's set up our multimeter for voltage measurement. Identify the voltage type you'll be measuring, AC or DC. For this demonstration, we'll measure DC voltage. Next, connect the test leads to the multimeter. Insert the red lead into the port labeled V or voltage, and the black lead into the port labeled COM or command.
Now that our multimeter is set up, we can begin measurement voltage. First, locate the terminals or points on the device where you want to measure voltage. For this example, we will be measuring the voltage across a 9 volts battery.
Place the red probe on the positive terminal and the black probe on the negative terminal. Be sure to maintain a steady connection with both probes. Now, check the multimeter display. You should see the voltage reading, which should be close to 9 volts. For example, if you see a negative value, simply switch the probe's positions.
Now let's set up our multimeter to measure electric current. We'll be measuring DC current in this demonstration. For current measurements, insert the red lead into the port labeled A or AMS and keep the black lead in the COM or common port. Note that some multimeters have different ports for different current ranges, so choose the appropriate one for your measurement. To measure electric current, you need to connect the multimeter in series with the circuit. Well, use a simple circuit with a battery, a switch and a resistor as an example. First, turn off the power to the circuit. Disconnect one of the components from the circuit. Now, connect the red probe to one end of the disconnected component and the black probe to the terminal where the component was initially connected. Once the multimeter is connected in series, turn the power back on. The multimeter will now measure the electric current flowing through the circuit. Check the multimeter display. You should see the current reading in amperes.
If you are having trouble getting stable or accurate readings during the measurement of the voltage or current, here are a few tips to help you troubleshoot. Ensure the multimeter is set to the correct voltage or current type, AC or DC. Check that the test leads are securely connected to the multimeter and to the terminals. Replace the battery in your multimeter if the display is dim or not responding. Clean the terminals of the device you are testing to ensure a good connection. And finally, for current measurements, make sure that the multimeter is connected in a series with the circuit.